He says this on Twitter. Tuesday, I'll go to Michigan to join the picket line and stand in solidarity with the men and women of UAW as they fight for a fair share of the value they helped create. It's time for a win-win agreement that keeps American auto manufacturing thriving with well-paid UAW jobs. So in the meantime, we did hear from UAW President Shawn Fain earlier today as well, with this announcement of the second phase of the stand-up strike. So that is going to be impacting 38 locals across 20 states. We put up some of those regions as well. We've been talking to some of our reporters in those regions as well. Let's hear from President Fain from earlier today.
Good morning, UAW family. Before we get started, I want to note a major organizing victory for our union. Last night, 2,900 graduate workers at Northeastern University voted by an overwhelming 94% to form their union with the UAW. Congratulations first and foremost to these workers who have fought a multi-year effort against intense employer opposition to win their union. And also to Regional Director Brandon Mancia and lead organizer Josh Gilbert for their great work on this effort. In Region 1, 400 workers at Lear, the auto parts supplier, just joined Local 155. President William Verdier and Recording Secretary Sylvanus Thomas worked hard to help bring these workers into our union. From auto to higher ed and everywhere in between, our union is organizing, growing, and building our power. It's not just new organizing, it's on the picket line too. Our 1,400 UAW members at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan just marked a week on strike. For years, the insurer has been outsourcing their work. Our UAW family at Blue Cross Blue Shield was once 5,000 strong. Today it's shrunk down to just 1,400. And the workers that are left are stuck in a tiered system where it takes 22 years to get to top pay. Our members have said enough is enough, and they are being strongly supported by Secretary-Treasurer Margaret Mock, Region 1A Director LaShawn English, and Region 1D Director Steve Dawes. They are all working together to raise awareness and build public support for this critical fight. Just yesterday, members of Local 259 in Region 9A struck for one day after their employer, an Infiniti dealership on Long Island, refused to come to the bargaining table. Management was suddenly quick to move, and they have set new dates for the negotiations. And at ZF in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in Region 8, nearly 200 members of Local 2083 who make front axles for Mercedes are on strike after voting down a contract that would have raised health care costs, maintained tiers, and left workers behind economically. They're being supported all out by Region Director Tim Smith, and they will win. Outside Philadelphia, our Local 644 members at Domodek are fighting for their fair share. The company's making a killing, but many workers don't make a living wage. Region 9 Director Dan Vicente, who comes out of Domodek, has their back. And some of you may know Dan was hospitalized after suffering sudden and severe complications from COVID. But the day he was discharged, he recorded a message of support for his Domodek family. Nothing can keep Dan or our union down. Not far away in Dayton, New Jersey, our Local 2326 members at West Rock Packaging are standing strong in their strike. When COVID was at its worst, they worked overtime to make the cardboard packaging that kept our economy going. They made the company and CEO David Sewell rich. But now he wants to slash their health care, and we're not going to let it happen. In Newton, Iowa, our Local 997 members at Thombert are facing down another employer that wants workers to go backwards. Thombert refused to start bargaining until 1 week before our contract expired. Sound familiar? Then the company insisted on cuts to accident and sickness benefits. Our workers aren't having it, and Region 4 Director Brandon Campbell is giving them the support that they need. In just over a week, the contract for 3,500 workers at Mack Truck in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Florida is going to expire. Our union family at Mack are fighting back against attacks on their health care, a 6-year progression to top rate, frozen cost of living allowance, and tiers that have left new hires without retirement security. The stand-up strike movement is not just about the big three. Everywhere, UAW members in the working class are ready to stand up against corporate greed and stand up for our communities. Finally, I want to lift up our members who have been holding a line at the big three for the past week. Local 2250, Region 4 in Wentzville, Missouri at GM, Local 12, Region 2B in Toledo, Ohio at Stellantis, and Local 900, Region 1A at Michigan Assembly in Wayne, Michigan. They have shown us leadership, courage, and creativity on the picket line. You might have seen some of the videos of music being played on the picket lines or the long lines of Jeeps and Broncos in organized caravans. We salute them, and all I can say is reinforcements are coming. As we've said for weeks, we're not going to wait around forever for a fair contract at the big three. The companies know how to make this right. The public is on our side, and the members of the UAW are ready to stand up. Obviously, we're doing things differently this time around. Our stand-up strike strategy is designed to do one thing: win record contracts after years of record profits. We're focused on moving the companies at the bargaining table. That means maintaining our flexibility and our leverage to escalate as we need to. We can and will go all out if our national leadership decides the companies aren't willing to move. Right now, we think we can get there. Stellantis and GM in particular are going to need some serious pushing. Obviously, going on strike isn't something we take lightly, and it's not something we do without a clear strategy to win.
All right, Shawn Fain there, kind of threatening to go all out. I think what he means there is to have an all-out strike. That means every UAW member, about 150,000 plus. That's not the case right now. So they did call up yet another phase of the stand-up strike today, impacting numerous other locals, 38 locals in about 20 states. So it's expanded quite rapidly since they first went on strike just last week. We're also learning as well, this is according to Michigan economic consulting firm, the Anderson Economic Group. They say the economic losses due to the UAW stand-up strike after 1 week is estimated to total over $1.6 billion. So remember, it was just centered on those 3 locals in those 3 different states at those assembly plants, one for GM, one for Ford, one for Stellantis. But like I said, it has expanded quite rapidly just today. Let's go out to where it has expanded, there in California. Fox 11 Los Angeles reporter Christina Gonzalez is right there on the picket line, and she joins me now. Christina, thanks for being with us here. What are you seeing, and who have you spoken to?
Let me explain to you what's going on. We're in Ontario, and behind me is the Stellantis plant. This is a huge distribution center. Chrysler, Jeep, GM. Today they walked out here and at a couple of other locations. This is the first truck that tries to make it out to distribute parts, and it's not going anywhere. A few minutes ago, he tried to move forward. It's not happening. It's getting nasty. And like I said, it's here. It's the other huge distribution center in Rancho Cucamonga. So if you have a Jeep, Chrysler, or GM vehicle, don't hold your breath for parts. Let me show you what's going on. Roll. I see the ice and the water coming out. Talk to me.
Yeah, we're ready. We're here for the long haul.
Contracts!
UAW Local 230 members got the notice early this morning, walking out at Inland Empire distribution centers. General Motors in Rancho Cucamonga and the Ontario Stellantis facility, both big distributors of parts for all kinds of vehicles.
We affect everything from your regular consumer all the way up to your first responders. So it is crucial that parts come out of this plant.
But they're not. And if you don't think the trickle-down effect is not being felt already, ask the guys at Rockstar Garage, where finding parts just got a lot more difficult.
And I happened to call our local Chevrolet dealer. We needed some really cheap parts. We needed an $11 part and a $3 part for a car that we're, have a $5,000 bill on.
He was told manufacturer parts are not available.
We'll just deal the best we can, and the customers are going to have to understand, like, hey, if we can't get the part, you're going to be waiting for your car.
In Southern California now, not having your vehicle is serious business. As far as goodwill towards strikers, critics say this may end up backfiring on the union, which is asking for things like 4-day work weeks and 36% wage increases.
Although the wages sound high, the members here can only make $25 an hour.
Starting members, that is. It was part of concessions union members made in 2009 to help companies like GM stay afloat during bankruptcy proceedings when they got federal bailouts.
What we're asking for essentially is everything that we gave up during the bankruptcies. We gave up pensions, we gave up raises, we gave up our COLA, which is cost of living. We're asking for them to be fair. When the CEO is making millions, can afford a mansion in Acapulco, we're asking for just enough so we can get by and continue to live the American dream.
Now, back here live, I should tell you the Teamsters, they're honoring the picket line. So these drivers are not Teamsters. So these things, I've covered them before, are going to start getting nasty. If you own a GM or a Chrysler, and you go get service at the dealership, keep in mind that they're not receiving parts. And I am already hearing from garages and people, to do their own kind of work, that the secondary market, they're already reporting that people are trying to hog up parts. So keep that in mind if you own one of the vehicles affected by this. As of right now, Ford is not affected. Their plant up here is working fine because you've heard there's negotiations. But these guys, they're going to be here 24/7 at every one of these facilities. And what you see here is going to be happening until something happens. And what they're looking at is whether Ford, those concessions, come through. Because if Ford comes up with something, this may be definitely shorter than the writer's strike, but they say they're ready to stay here as long as it takes. We'll keep you updated. I'm Christina Gonzalez, live in Ontario, California. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, Christina, that's the point, too. This is day one for them, so they're fresh. Can you kind of describe, are they blocking that semi-truck from leaving the plant?
Oh yeah. So the plant, as you see it behind, there was a fence that was closed. Now, he tried to come out and they opened the gate, and these guys were ready and waiting. And they have people like this at every single gate. So at one point, the driver tried to have it out with the strikers, and it got, he slammed the door into one of them, and it got a little rough, but everybody backed off, and he's just sitting in there. Again, I want to emphasize, these are not Teamsters. Teamsters are honoring, and they're not driving these trucks. And this guy has just turned off the motor, and he figures maybe that he's going to wait them out. I don't think he understands that the entire night shift that usually works here is also planning to stay. So the parts are in that truck are not going to make it possibly to the service at the dealerships that it was supposed to go to. And we're already hearing they're running out of parts. So you can hear, check this out, because truckers coming by, every other trucker from other companies, they're getting a lot of honking and support, because remember, the Teamsters are honoring, so they're driving other trucks, not the ones that work for Stellantis and GM from their distribution centers. And if you know anything about Southern California, it's a union situation. This is these are going to get really ugly if they don't come up with some kind of resolution at some point. They say they're ready. They mean it.
Yeah, and Christina, I think the union lingo for that truck driver would possibly be a scab, but we will continue to follow this alongside you there now in California. Christina, thanks so much. Great reporting.
When do we want them? Now. What do we want?
Back to you. Be safe out there.